Relax and take notes.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to Public Living, the art of being outside. This small portion is called Take Notes. The reason it's called Take Notes is because often things happen and I don't have time to make a video. So I write them on a little note piece of paper, throw it in my content bowl, and make a video later. Now, I already made this video, but I threw it away because I wanted to add to it. I woke up with it on my mind today because I got into a conversation last night about it. The conversation is about love languages. Now, love languages is something that probably for the last 9 or 10 years, I have operated with in all my relationships. Whether it's been a friendship or, a significant other, I made sure that they knew what my love languages were, what I like to give, and what, I would love to receive, and vice versa. And the more I've paid attention to social media, which it's a trap in itself, I've noticed that there's a lot of entitlement in relationships and friendships, just in people in the world today. We live in an information era where everybody's got the information and nobody seems to have real life experiences. And I guess where I'm at in my life is I've kind of got the benefit of both. I've got, some life experience, some dating experiences, and I have the same access to the internet that you do. With that said, I have two small stories that I wanted to share with you. But I want to start by saying this. Fuck love languages. As hard as that is for me to say after operating under the umbrella of the love languages for the last 9, 10 years, they don't matter. And I'm going to tell you why. So I got into an argument with a friend of mine, like just a homeboy, a couple weeks ago. And, when he finally got to the bottom of his problem, he said, "You don't celebrate me enough." Now, he's a business guy. He's working just like we all are as an entrepreneur and trying to figure life out. And, at the end of our back and forth, he said, "I don't celebrate him enough." Now, let me give you a brief background. I come from a family that obviously I know loves me, but they're not going to celebrate things about me that they expect. They expect me to get good grades when I was in high school. So I didn't come home and I didn't get gifts for getting A's and B's. But what I did do is I got reprimanded if I got C's and D's because that's not what they expect. I was an athlete, so my dad would tape basketball games and we would go through those game tapes after the game, and he wouldn't show me all the things that I did well. Oh, look at that, great shot, great. He's pointing out the things that will help me improve. Now, that was his way of showing love. And although that may have bothered me to a degree for years, I realized that my dad is not going to change. The things that he did in life worked for him. He's retired, and that's how he shows love. So it's up to me to be aware of how he shows love and receive it and be happy with that. This man doesn't have to change his whole entire personality to show me, to customize his love in a way where, I feel loved finally. I know my dad loves me. I tried to explain this to my friend. I think he picked it up, but at the end of the day, a message to you and your friends. If you expect your friends or your friends expect you to completely switch up your personality in order to customize and show them love in the exact way that they need it, number one, it's not very genuine on your part. And number two, it's entitled on their part. Very entitled. Now, could you take the time and be aware of what makes them happy and try to do that? Absolutely. But should you be mandated to? Absolutely not. It's the same thing, in my opinion, with relationships. And the reason I remade this video is I can't even call her a friend, just somebody I know through social media. I got into a back and forth with somebody on social media that posted a meme that, I'm paraphrasing, basically said, if he doesn't love you the way you need to be loved, move on. And there's already an epidemic of single black women out here that are having a hard time finding men. If you're the type of woman that needs a man who has seen some level of success in his life and I'm not just talking financial success, just staying above water in this kind of crazy world. And you meet him, and he's spent his whole life learning one way to do things, and you expect him to stop that and customize everything he does for the way that you need to receive it. That's both selfish and I think it's a little arrogant. Love languages are great to make sure that you are aware of yourself. What I'm noticing is not a lot of people are aware of their self in general. So yes, it's a great way to know, man, here's how I show love. I personally show love through words of affirmation and acts of service. I also like to receive love in those same ways. I've dated women who do not do those things, and for that very reason, I shied away from them. Maybe I should have tried to better understand how they give love and be okay with that. Realize that these people care about me and they're showing love the best that they know how. Make them aware of how I like to be shown love, but I can't make them change. And I can't say that they're not good for me or they're not good enough for me because they show love different. They're showing love. No one owes me love. We live in a participation award society where everybody feels like they deserve. We don't deserve anything but fair treatment. You don't deserve love the way you want it to be loved. You don't deserve equal outcomes for, you don't deserve anything. You have to work for these things. The only people you deserve love from, truly deserve love from, are your parents. So at the end of the day, this message is about letting go of your need to be loved specifically how you need to be loved, and realize that being loved in general is quite a lucky thing. It's a lot of people in the world and not a lot of love going around. So if somebody decides to show you love in the way that they know how, be open to that. Be receptive of it, and fuck love languages. If this is something that you've been through, both on my end where you've shied away from relationships because they weren't showing you the love you needed, let me know. This is also something to be thought about through your friendships. Let me know your experience with love languages. Comment below. But in the meantime, please like and subscribe to the channel. We'd appreciate it. And we'll talk to you next time.
What's next? Give me something else. What can't you do? I can do it. I can do anything.